Terry Gant, the Stowmarket man, had a couple of seconds at Ipswich on Saturday in 3:71. Then Robin Lambert, also from Stowmarket, in 3:20. The Hertfordshire driver, 3:57, Robin Draper, and on his inside, making a visit from, where does he come from, Londonish area, Big Pete Barnes. Nice to see him. Not a Speedworth driver, but guesting with us for tonight. Nice to see him. Blue Grade, 3:61 is first away there. Shane Mayhew, again known as the Stowmarket Brigade. On his outside, Dave Watson, back in not his regular car tonight. He's in 3:05. And 3:83, Carl Bensley beyond that. On the back straight, Jimmy Ricks is first away in 3:96. A very, very nicely turned out car. And on his inside, again, somebody not Speedworth registered, but making an appearance with us this evening, and very nice it is to see him as well. 113, John Beaumont. Right, so away they go then. The lightning rods off and running, with Ian Clarke first away, obviously, in 3:04. Should be a very, very good race, I think. This one, 20 laps ahead of us then. Man to watch in this one, maybe Shane Mayhew, 3:61. He's had a lot of good results this year so far. Joint top of the points now with Ronnie Emerson, who's not here tonight. I'm not sure where Ronnie is, but he's a regular with the lightning rods. Can only think he must be on holiday or something, but anyway, they're all into their stride, and a couple of laps are done, and Ian Clarke leads down the far side in 3:04. Roger Wickham second in 3:01, and then comes 3:71. That is Terry Gant. The two-star men from the back, 113 and 396. Gradually making some progress, but even so, still the best part of half a lap down on Ian Clarke in 3:04. So 4 laps in. The regular winners here over the last season or so have been, well, Shane Mayhew's had a few in 3:61. Carl Bensley had the very first one of the season in 3:83. Dave Watson 3:05 usually goes quite well, but hasn't driven this car for quite a little while and doesn't really seem to be fully in touch with it. Through go the leaders again, or the leader as it is in this case, with 3:04 Ian Clarke still comfortably clear. The other Clarke, Simon Clarke, has been one of this year's best newcomers, 3:03. And had a number of wins at Ipswich. Ian Clarke, though, yet to take a checkered flag. Have a black cross, Mr. Starter, 173. Big Pete Barnes. John Beaumont beginning to make some reasonable progress in 113. Bear in mind he started right at the very, very back. He's caught up with the group that were up ahead of him, but of course catching up and getting past on a track like this is not easy. But John is certainly prepared to give it a good try, so he may be the one to watch. The leader is miles clear. It's really all about who's going to be second in this, as 3:01, 3:20, 173, all of them come out from the Caister Bend. And head for that far side. The lead, or the second place, changes hands as 3:20 Robin Lambert dives through on the inside of 3:01, who's lost a lot of ground here. So Robin Lambert goes second, 173 Pete Barnes is third, and then beyond that Shane Mayhew still making some progress in 3:61, but none of them I don't think are going to catch this leader, who's got himself a big lead here now. Ian Clarke, 3:04, still comfortably clear. So 3:04 still safely through once more. That's another lap reeled off. Here comes the battle for second spot with Robin Draper, Pete Barnes, Shane Mayhew, 3:83 Carl Bensley and 1:13 John Beaumont. So they're the top half dozen as they head around the coaster bend again. Through goes Clarke once more, and with that 14 laps are done. It's 5 next time, Mr. Starter. 361 trying everything he can to find a way past 173, but at the moment not quite managing it. Maybe going to have another go as they head towards the coaster bend this time. Has a little look at the inside. Is there going to be a gap there for him? Not this time. Then thinks about a look at the outside again, but all of this is some way off the leader, which is still Ian Clarke, 3:04, who really is running away with this one. Well, say he's running away. He's not got such a big lead as he did have, but it's still comfortable at this stage of the race. So he then heads into the coaster bend, and the 3-lap board from Mr. Starter, 3:20, 1:73 and 3:61 following that, with 3:83 and 1:13 still battling away for that 6th place. All of a sudden 3:04's lead doesn't exactly look unassailable. It still looks okay with 2 laps to go, but 3:20 gradually closing in on him, but probably in the end isn't going to quite have enough time as they head for that far side once more. Down towards the coaster bend they go, so 3:04 Ian Clarke now sees the welcome sign of the last lap board. He looks in his mirror and sees that 3:20 is within striking distance, but that's about all. 3:01 retires, Roger Wickham goes out on the back straight. Everybody else though looks as though they're going to do the distance, and coming through to win, here he comes, 3:04 Ian Clarke. 3:01 Robin Lambert is second. Pete Barnes hangs on to third from Shane Mayhew, Carl Bensley and John Beaumont, Robin Draper, Dave Watson and Jimmy Ricks. That's it, they're done. Red flag, Mr. Starter, please. First win as Lightning Rod driver. Nice new car. Well, I say new, it's done a couple of meetings at Ipswich, but still looks very, very nice, doesn't it? Been overshadowed a little bit by Simon Clarke, who I don't think he's actually related, but these two Clarkes came out a couple of meetings back. Simon's had a fair few wins. This is the first though for Ian. Here he is on his lap of honour, 3:04 from Felixstowe, Ian Clarke.